Did y'all know that football players used to take ballet to help with their footwork, flexibility, and strength? But yet, despite all of that, dance is still not considered as a sport. People just see dance as putting on makeup, tutus, twirling around on stage. Do we do that? Yes, but dance comes with so much more than that. Dance is about athleticism, resilience mentally, discipline, and just being able to balance that and everyday struggle. And I know y'all probably think, oh, the Golden Girls and the Tiger Girls, they just throw their hands up here and there. I could probably do that. But do you really know what's going on behind the scenes? Because I'm telling y'all, they're putting in that work just to perform for like 2 minutes or just to do that stand routine. So, without further ado, today I'll be talking about the misunderstanding about a dancer's life and just like what really goes on behind the scenes. So, the number one misconception about dance is that it's just an entertainment. It's just artistry. But don't get me wrong, dance is like the most beautiful art ever. But there's just so much more than just being called entertainment. And I feel like social media put dance and dancers in this box saying you're only here for entertainment. Because movies and models made people believe that anyone can do it. TikTok dances, anyone can do it. In the article, Isn't Dance Disrespected Media Perspective? By Naomi Cohen, she was talking about how models will create this whole thing called ballet core and just slap on a pair of pointe shoes and go on point and say ballet core. But in reality, you have to go years and years of preparation to get onto point. That is one of the biggest misconceptions ever. And it's like, I can't really control what people put on the social media, but I can inform y'all what really goes on and that not anyone can do it. So, the behind the scene aspects of it is that dancers would work from 8 hours to 30 hours per week if they're professional, sometimes even more, rehearsing a dance that they're probably only going to perform once in their entire life. And with that preparation, it comes with months and months, sometimes if they're professional, an entire year of rehearsing that one dance over and over and over and over again. And within those practice, sometimes the entire hour or 2 or 3, however long that practice is, they will not get through an entire 8 count, which isn't 10 seconds. It's about like 5 seconds. And when they finally start to get somewhere, sometimes they have to go back because one part doesn't look clean or someone's missing. So we have to inform people what the cleaning is because they don't want to watch the video. And then everyday life struggle comes to play as well, especially for high schoolers and for college students, especially if they're doing dancing in high school or college, because in high school you still have your studio dancing, you have homework and all that stuff. And for college, you have homework, you have other commitments. Maybe you have to perform at a basketball game that night, or a football game, or a baseball game. So everyday life just comes into struggle. And it's not just the physical part about dance that is so hard. It's the mental part. It's the mental that you need to have and gain to become a true dancer. Because with dance, you'll be constant compared to your teammate that you would think, oh, we're a team, we're going to work together. No, you're going to be compared to them. You're probably going to develop an eating disorder because your teacher is probably going to say, oh, I can see your breakfast, I can see your lunch, I can see your dinner. So you're going to start developing body dysmorphia, which you do not want, especially if you're wearing a leotard. Whew. And then just like, I'm not good enough. you just going against yourself would really put the icing on the cake, okay? And yes, there's all this like feeling with dance. But for me personally, yes, I was having those feelings, but when I didn't have dance, I was a complete at a loss. Dance actually saved me. It helped reduce my stress levels and anxiety, and I was able to express myself when I didn't have the words to, or I didn't know who to go to. And study shows that dance really helps people reduce, especially kids, reduce stress, anxiety, depression, and all that stuff. So, yes, dance, we wear makeup, we wear tutus, we wear all of this, but we also go through so much mentally and physically. We go through hours of hours, sometimes not even getting anywhere in those practices. And we're also being disrespected on social media by people who probably never took a dance class in their entire life. So I hope anytime you see a performance from Golden Girls, Tiger Girls, or any dance for that matter, you think about they put so much work just to show us that one time. And thinking back about this entire presentation, I probably should have been talking about how dance is just not respected enough instead of complaining how it's just not a sport. So I really hope I left something here with y'all today. Thank you for listening.